While I was talking to her, she was typing on her cell phone. It was one of those Nokia 3310s. You know, the ones that never broke? Hello friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're diving into r/LegbeardStories again. How could this happen? It actually comes from our personal subreddit, r/ReddX reads, but I've seen a couple of different Legbeard sagas floating around, and I figured that I might try my hand at them. I know we've got Unfortunate going, but you know, Unfortunate's also been going for a while. We haven't had any other Legbeard sagas running alongside it, and when we were doing Stealthbeard and I think it was Stray Legbeard, I thought that was a pretty cool thing, you know, to have a couple of Legbeard stories when most other YouTube channels don't bother with Legbeards at all. See a lot of Neckbeard content, not so much Legbeard content, so here I am to fill in the gaps, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. It is from our venerated Discord moderator, previous contributor, Little Ann Woods, so welcome back to the fold. She's also a patron. She's doing big things for the channel, and I definitely do appreciate it. Today we get to hear some more of her tangles with government officials, elderly government officials. The Lavender Beard saga did go up. If you guys haven't watched that yet, is hanging around the channel, so I hope you'll partake if you don't know Little Ann Woods yet. But she is a great writer, and I'm excited to get into this story, so let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this Legbeard Stories cringe. A Loathsome, Lazy Legbeard. Chapter 1. But I'm older, so I'm smarter. Yeah, that's not really how it works. You get older, your brain shrinks and stuff. You develop, like, plaque. Alzheimer's is on its way. Those two things are not necessarily equal, all right? I'm older than a vast majority of these young bloods on the internet, and I still feel pretty stupid most days. But I do like the alliteration, though. That's nice. Maybe we'll call her Loathsome Beard or something. Christmas greetings. Oh boy, I've missed this one by a mile. Sorry for the late reading, I guess. Christmas greeting, my wonderful friends. I'm gonna regale you once again with stories from my workplace. This story, however, does not entail the disgusting ramblings of Lavender Beard. No, my dear readers, this is the story of a Legbeard, and I will call her Babybeard. Aw, it's probably not as cute as it sounds, right? I'm older, but I'm still a baby. That's ridiculous. And I'm glad you gave the shout out to Lavender Beard. That's a series that definitely deserves it. Pretty disgusting, but with a nice, delicious ending. A bit of justice, as it were. It seems to me more and more that government is just a breeding ground for both neck and legbeards alike. Well, yeah, no responsibility, decent rate of pay. I can see why they'd get into it. I don't know if they're attracted to the small amount of power that it brings and the idea that they're doing the bare minimum, yes. Or if them just being there somehow transforms them into a beard. But either way, they seem to spawn much more frequently here than they have in any other place. In my previous story, I named many a beard, all of the boomer variety. Babybeard, however, was only in her 30s, proving once and for all that no generation is safe from the clutches of bearddom. I'm pretty sure it has to do with neckbeards getting into government, not necessarily transforming into beards while they're in government. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, although maybe there is some merit. They learn about the lack of recourse for actions that they take and just sort of take advantage of it and get more beardier as time goes on. Maybe it makes sense. But yes, no generation is safe from the beards. I see a lot of little high school kids, I point them out, I'm like, that guy, he's a beard for sure. But the thing about younger beards is they have a chance to change and grow. Once you hit your 30s, 40s, 50s, you're basically locked into a class forever. You can multi-class some normal human stuff in there, but your base class will always be neckbeard. Anyways, let's get into the cast list, I suppose. We got Woodsy. Hey, that's me. 24 going on 25 in this story. Tiny girl with a spine that is about the same size, that still had a lot of growing that needed to get done. Blue eyes, colored hair, and trying to look professional, keeping the geek shirts and nerd brain at home. Well, professional and colored hair, never mind, I'm not gonna go there. If they allow it, then I'll allow it. We also got Babybeard, of course, the legbeard of our story. Babybeard was dubbed thusly because of two reasons. One, she really wanted a baby. That biological clock is ticking, let me tell you. And two, she was a big baby. Yeah, we're just children raising children. I don't know what's going on. She thought she was the most amazing, smart, beautiful, and elegant person in the entire world. And if you dared cross her, you would incur her wrath, which was honestly more funny than it was problematic. I'm not going into too much detail yet, but believe me, you will meet her in the story to come, and you'll probably regret that almost immediately, as I do with every beard encounter. I'm like, oh, this one seems interesting. And then we jump into it, and I'm like, I regret everything. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Because people seem to like it, and I do generally have a good time with it, as long as it doesn't get too heavy, which it doesn't sound like this one will. We've also got a little parody before we jump into the story, as Little Ann likes to do. And this is, 'Twas the work before Christmas, I suppose. 'Twas the night before work, when all through the halls a creature was stirring, so twisted and false. The contracts were written with consideration and care, but no one knew that a beard would be there. The colleagues were nestled all snug in their beds, unaware of the woman that would fuck with their heads. I never expected that she'd be thrown in my lap, and thus starts the story of Babybeard's crap. It's so good. It's not as long as some of the other like Tolkien parodies that we got in the Lavender Beard saga, but I like that too. Really short and sweet, and it rhymes, which of course gives it like plus 100 points. Well played. And now on to the story. Part 1, the meeting of the newbies. That's always the most fun part of an office job, isn't it? A few new people come in, start jockeying for position, turns into a blood sport real quick, and there's nothing that makes the work days go by faster. No, that's not right. I don't encourage that. It is kind of funny, though. So the story starts at my very first day at the office. This day was not, however, my first work day. No, I started halfway through January, and my very first day was the government's Christmas party. Wow, convenient. No work, just disgusting, healthy snacks and lots of bubbly. Now, the wording there confuses me a little bit. Was it that the snacks weren't actually healthy, or were they actually, you know, like carob cookies or something like that? So healthy that they're disgusting. Given the age of the people, I guess that they're probably actually healthy. I want to eat real cookies, but I have to eat carob cookies, otherwise I'll have a third heart attack. You know what I'm saying? But bubbly, yeah, that's fine. Drink it down. It might help make your existence a little bit more bearable. So yeah, good start to work. I was meeting some of my colleagues and introducing myself. I'd had about 2 glasses when one of the work heads suddenly popped up next to me. I thought her to be somewhere between 35 and 55 years old. That is quite a range. I would probably go on the older end if we were guessing. She was a sturdy-looking woman with a square jaw, a protruding chin, and lips that looked like they had collapsed in on themselves. She had frizzy brown hair that was wrapped in a messy dot behind her head, and big, dark, round glasses. Problem glasses, as the bourgeois beard OP would likely say. She was dressed like an 80-year-old grandma, and not the neatly dressed, classy kind of granny. No, she went full-on mothball, 20 cats, and an in my day attitude kind of grandma. Full-on mothball. She also smelled a bit like mothballs, so I guess that part was legit. This woman looked like she was just born old. Benjamin Button-looking bitch. With a resting, discontent face. I mean, I'd say bitch face, but she just kind of looked like a disgruntled grandma, but with smoother skin. Even when she smiled, the lines where her lips should be were still pointing downward. Yeah, she's had a hard life, I'll tell you what. Somebody need to cut that woman a break, or more likely, cut her a piece of that American pie. She could take her bite out. You know what I'm talking about? She needs to get laid. That's what I'm talking about.
Hi, I'm Babybeard. I'm the other newbie. You're new here too, right?
She said. I opened my mouth to respond, but she just kind of babbled over me.
I just got out of a mental institution. Oh, God.
It's unfortunate, Nookie, in 20 years. What's going on here?
I was there for almost 6 months. Just went catatonic for a while. I don't know why, but I'm better now.
Oh, and you're here now. That's great. I'm so happy to meet you. This is definitely the introduction that you want to make. Hi, I'm new here too, and I was in a mental institution. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that'll come out in the wash soon enough. You don't need to throw it in my face immediately. Jesus.
My boyfriend, he stayed with me through all of it. He's such a sweetheart. I have the best boyfriend in the world. I'm such a lucky girl. And I'm not crazy, you know.
Yeah, I'm totally sure you're not. You seem really normal and well-adjusted.
I'm not, like, autistic or anything dumb like that.
No, you are far worse. Why you gotta throw that in there? She's just coming out of the gate swinging with a whole monologue of "you will not like me" in any way at any point.
I just had a horrible childhood. My mom, oh, she's such a bitch. Oh, that reminds me, I shouldn't be saying boyfriend. I should say fiancé.
She flashed a ring in my face.
So yeah, I got in with a 3-month contract. It's probably going to be prolonged though. What did you get?
I don't like this line of conversation, and I don't care about anything that's being talked about. I'm going to swiftly exit post-haste. But unfortunately, the social contract says that you can't do that. She jumped in your face and started rambling at you, so for some reason, you have to engage, especially if it's a coworker. Oh God, I'm gonna have to see this person every day? Okay, put on your nice hat, I suppose. So OP was a bit taken aback by this stream of information. It was a lot to take in, and I really didn't know how to respond. So I just said, "Hi, I'm Woodsy. It's my first day, although my real first day starts next Monday, I guess."
Oh, I started last week,
Babybeard exclaimed.
What kind of contract do you have?
I don't think we're at liberty to discuss contracts, nor would I want to, even if we were. But again, that's not the way to make friends, even if you are making friends with a weirdo, incidentally. So OP says, I have a 6-month contract. Babybeard looked angry by the news that I had a better contract, and continued.
What kind of degree do you have?
The 5th degree. Why are you giving me the 5th degree? Get out of here. Stop asking questions. I'm so uncomfortable. I just can't stand people that are gonna sit there and interrogate you like this. We just met, all right? let's start with something easy, like, hey, do you have any pets? You don't ask me like,
What kind of salary do you have?
none of your fucking business. Ugh. But OP answers and says, I have a bachelor's and I'm an art teacher.
Well, I studied pedagogy at the university.
OP, that's nice. So you have a master's, Babybeard?
No, but it's a university bachelor's, which trumps your professional bachelor's from college.
Ugh, here it goes. The one-upping and everything. It really is unfortunate, Nookie, isn't it? It's unfortunate, Nookie, if she finally ended up getting her life together and doing something to push it forward. She would only use it to hang over other people's heads. Also, what the hell is pedagogy? According to Google, pedagogy is a term that refers to the method of how teachers teach. Which seems like a really weird thing to get a degree in, but okay. You sure you didn't want to go for 15th century English literature? Underwater basket weaving?
What are you doing?
These all seem infinitely more useful than learning how teachers teach. But again, OP is in Europe land somewhere, so this woman probably didn't have to pay for the degree, which I guess is at least a few points in her favor. If you're gonna go for something that useless, definitely don't pay for it. So yeah, Babybeard one-upped OP, and OP didn't quite know how to answer this. We were hired for the same job. We were going to be paid the same rate. I knew this because I was offered both contracts and I was allowed to choose, so who cares? Babybeard continues,
I got into the 75th percentile on my entrance exams. Why do you have a better contract than me? How old are you? I'm 32.
Babybeard got very mad when I didn't feel like it would be smart to poke the bear by giving her my scores. So I just chose to answer the latter question. Bro, she's dunking on you. Go ahead and dunk on her. Like, oh, 75th percentile? I was in the 5th percentile. How about that? You take that home and chew on it for a minute. But really, we're getting paid the same rate no matter what. So who's really losing in this scenario? Oh, God. OP says, I'm 24, but I'm almost 25. Babybeard was not letting anything go.
What was your score? I'm 8 years older than you. I should have had that contract. Besides, you look like you should be in high school instead of teaching it.
Oh, we're off to such a great start. You do kind of have to love the beards that let it be known immediately that they're just human trash that you don't want to engage with in any way. It happened in Star Wars shenanigans with Elroy. I'm like, dude, I hate this guy. I don't know how you could stand to be around him. And it's going the same way with Babybeard. I hate her already. I guess I know how you could stand to be around her because you're getting paid. But I would stay as far away from this woman as humanly possible during work hours. And anytime outside of work hours, she does not exist. The insecurity, the one-upsmanship, the just infinite unfortunate-nookiness that is being exuded. Extreme legbeardery. I sighed. I got a 90%. I was already pissing her off, and I was getting annoyed. So yeah, now I started prodding the beard. You ain't letting me go, so I'm gonna make you back off. Yes, let your rage flow.
Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt. You make me sick, you big baby. Baby want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
Now, I'm not saying this because I want to come across as highly intelligent, because really, I ain't. But Babybeard's constant need to compare us and failing is going to be a recurring theme. Oh, it's beautiful. This is kismet, bro. You gotta love when all the themes match up between sagas. It's magic. OP just says, I got to pick the first out of 3 contracts, and I chose this one. It has the biggest probability of me getting a permanent contract, so yeah, I took it. Because I got first pick. I might be younger than you, but that doesn't mean that I can do less than you. I don't think comparing me to you is gonna do anyone any good, so how about you drop it? Before you embarrass yourself. Go ahead, finish the sentence. Babybeard.
But I'm older than you, and I have a higher degree.
She was literally stomping her foot on the ground at this point.
You should have more respect for your elders. You are so disrespectful.
She stomped off. Well, thank God that's over. Or is it? It's never really over with beards, as we have well learned. About 20 minutes later, yep, she came on back. She started talking to our colleagues, and now and then she would send a glare my way. I ignored it. Not my problem, woman. Get over it. But she wouldn't get over it. She would never try to stop comparing herself and OP, and she would fail in every regard, which makes it more of a comedy than a tragedy because nobody's really rooting for Babybeard at this point. She'll fall on her face repeatedly, we'll all point and laugh. Hopefully she doesn't, get up to any schemes or tricks, but she seems really just too dumb to be conniving at all. I guess we'll see if that remains in part 2. You stupid wench. I don't say that R word, sorry. That's not a YouTube thing, I don't think. That's just a personal choice. Can't do it. So, in the days that followed, I first had to help everyone with wrapping up last year's birth and marriage certificates, checking for mistakes, sent them to the printer, etc. Babybeard started talking to me again like nothing had happened. She is conniving, OP. Don't fall for this. She knows something happened. You know something happened. Don't let it go. I'm not saying you have to lash out and berate her or anything like that, but I would definitely not engage as much as possible, as I said. So, yeah, OP was glad that there wasn't going to be any petty business. Or was there? While starting my new job, I had gotten to know Lavender by then, and one pain in the ass was more than enough. Little did I know, the fates had turned against me. I'm surprised Babybeard didn't really get brought up at all during the Lavender Beard saga. This is one that you was just hiding in your back pocket. You got any more beards back there? Let me see.
Let me see what you have. No!
I want to collect them all. The government beards collection. I went to work on foot because the tire on my bike had broken. So one day in conversation, I cited to a colleague about the fact that the bike workshop was always closed and I couldn't get it fixed. Babybeard piped up immediately.
My fiancé can fix that for you. He dabbles in it. Bring it around tomorrow. You'll only have to pay for the parts.
I don't really trust you, but considering no other mode of transportation, maybe, begrudgingly, I will see what he can do. I was extremely happy about this, given the fact that I hadn't gotten my first paycheck yet, and my last job paid minimum wage. I had an apartment that was about 5/6 of my salary, and the rest of the money went to, food, to, live.
Now go in your office and make some money.
Yes, I do know. That's exactly how it be all the time, always, forever, until you stop living. It's a trap, man. So I thanked Babybeard profusely and brought my bike to work the very next day. Oh, goody gumdrops. I'm sure it's gonna go well. I got it back the day after that, and the new tire survived until I got home. And then it went poof. What do you do? Just like repair kit? Patch job? Something like that? So I eventually had to bring the bike into the shop anyways, and yeah, I got to pay for it twice. Now, when I went to work on foot the very next day, Babybeard asked,
Where my bike was?
I told her that the tire had popped. Again. Babybeard said nothing, so I thought that that was that. You're nicer than me, OP. I would have rubbed that right in her face, but like, hey, how about I get my freaking money back since your stupid patch job didn't work? Pay me now, or we can have problems. That's your options. During this time, I was also taught how to write alterations in the old record. Nowadays, all certificates are digital. There are no hard copies left. But up until 2018, every certificate had a hard copy that had to be altered by hand when needed. Oh yeah, this like back in the caveman days, 2018. I don't even remember what happened in 2018. I don't remember anything before the plague times anymore. For instance, if someone adopted someone else or if someone changed their name, you had to write an alteration in the giant books that were like up to a meter high sometimes, and you'd write everything down in the smallest yet readable handwriting that you could muster. Then you had to lift this giant frickin' book up to the copier, take a copy of the part you just wrote, take that piece upstairs, scan it into a computer, and then digitally stick that to the digital version. Yeah, easy peasy. This is government bureaucracy at work, people. You're getting a look at the inside of the demon, and boy, it is inconvenient. If anybody really gave a damn, you could streamline this in a week, but nobody cares because the tax dollars just keep coming. So they're like, whatever, it works. We're not going to change anything ever. It's so dumb. It sounds horrible. I know. It does. But honestly, it was one of the best parts of my job. All the books were in the basement. No one else was there. It was quiet and cozy, surrounded by books. The oldest book I held was over 300 years old. It smelled like old books, and it was just a safe haven from all the noise upstairs. I'm a very introverted person, and this was just my happy place. It does sound pretty cool when you phrase it like that. Imagine being in like an ancient library or something like that. Ooh, except the tomes are full of crap that nobody cares about reading. Give me some real books to read down here, and then we're cooking. Now, one day, one of my elder colleagues, let's call her Agatha, asked me and Babybeard to stay late to wrap up the rest of the alterations. There were about 60 of them left, and the books were due back the next day. Agatha told me to explain to Babybeard how everything worked and split the work, so it would go faster. Okay, but you give her that instruction because she's not going to listen to me because I'm younger than her. Agatha's obviously older than her, so she's going to listen to Agatha, right? And also, I don't want to have to explain all this crap to Babybeard. It's like teaching a dog to play the piano. Okay, she could probably do it, but she's not going to understand why. Therefore, she's not going to be able to problem solve any issues that might arise by herself. I just can't do it, Agatha. She's got donkey brains. So, I did what I was asked. OP, you need to buck a little more, I'll tell you that. I took Babybeard downstairs into the sanctuary and showed her the books. I told her how to find the necessary book and how to write everything down. While I was talking to her, she was typing on her cell phone. It was one of those Nokia 3310s. You know, the ones that never broke?
Fuck this.
Well, this was like 4 years ago. Yeah, she's stuck in her way. But those cell phones is pretty legit though, if you like playing Snake and nothing but Snake. I realized she wasn't listening at all, and eventually I told her, how about I do the writing and the copying, and then I hand them to you to digitize? And she said, sure, and went upstairs. So that's what I did. I wrote and I copied and I took the elevator upstairs. Babybeard was sitting behind a computer doing something else. She looked up when I arrived and just said,
I'm not doing it. I have other things to do.
This is not an option. This is an order. But of course, she's probably going to take offense to that too. Like I said, Agatha should have come down. Help me out, Agatha. You can't just pack all your stuff up and be like, you take care of it, you and that uncooperative witch woman. See you guys tomorrow, bye. She's gonna be late for bingo night, but come on, you can miss the first round just to let Babybeard know what's going on, can't you? I was stunned and I just stammered out, but Agatha asked us to do this together. Babybeard got pissed, got up, took her coat and snarled,
Well, if you're going to be like that, do it yourself.
she's just looking for her reason to leave. Oh my god, this is the weakest excuse ever. Be like what? Informing you of what actually happened with no malice involved? Jesus Christ. So yeah, Babybeard then left, leaving me alone in the office to do a 2-person job by tomorrow. I mean, I did it. It took me 4 hours, and after a 14-hour workday, I was exhausted. I was also now very, very pissed off. It's time for some retribution, OP. She can't keep getting away with this. I swear, dude, if Babybeard doesn't have like an avalanche of crap on top of her within the next couple of parts, I'll be severely disappointed. But honestly, I do know Little Anne's storytelling style, and we wouldn't even be talking about Babybeard at all if there weren't some just desserts getting served up eventually. So the next day, I walked up to Agatha and I told her what happened. Agatha looked at me puzzled. Babybeard's in the back office. She said you were really rude to her and you made her leave crying. Oh my god, the boy who cried wolf type of stuff. You wanna see crying? I'm gonna give you a reason to cry. Come out here. Me, being my naive self, thought that I had actually done that, and I went to look for Babybeard. I was now pissed, but I was also worried that I made someone cry. So when I found her, I just grabbed the seat next to her and plopped down. We need to talk about yesterday. You left me alone to do all the work by myself, and I don't appreciate that, I began. And that is when Babybeard screeches, interrupting.
You've been a rude bitch to me all week. You've belittled me and you've insulted my boyfriend. So yeah, I thought, screw this, you can kiss my Ken.
I'm sorry, what? When? How? What? If I insulted you in any way, I did not do it on purpose. What did I do that was so heinous that you think that you could just call me a bitch? I was both pissed at being called that word and shocked that I might have hurt her unknowingly. Oh, you're just a good egg, Little Anne. At this point, I would not care at all if I had hurt her, knowingly or unknowingly. This is the point where I want her to hurt. I want to bite back. But it's been demonstrated again and again that I am a lot pettier than some of our OPs here. Babybeard started crying uncontrollably for like a minute. Oh yeah, here comes the waterworks. Crocodile tears. Everybody's gonna feel so bad for you. She didn't shed a single tear.
You,
she stammered.
You said your tire popped again, which obviously was meant to insult my boyfriend. You shamed him and made a laughingstock out of him. You took my contract from me, and now you're going to tell me what to do? I'm 8 years older than you. You don't get to tell me what to do, you wench. Oh.
I'm using wench here because she used a very archaic term which translates at best to wench. Look, how about I don't care how freaking old you are. How about I don't give a damn that you date a little boy that can't even fix a bicycle tire? What is the bigger affront to his manhood? The fact that he can't fix a bicycle tire or the fact that he's dating you? He's got to walk around with this Legbeard on his arm everywhere that he goes. God, that is a fate worse than death. Miss me with all that. And then she would have started crying for real, and I would feel good about that. All right, this was freaking BS of the highest order. She ain't crying, and she ain't fooling anyone. That's right, lay down the law, Annie. Lay it down flat. First of all, I did not insult your boyfriend. You asked how my bike was, and I told you. If it broke, then it freaking broke. This is not an insult to your boyfriend. It's simply stating a fact. Babybeard tried to butt in, but I just interrupted her again with, second of all, quit it with the stupid contract thing. Get over it, or don't. I really don't care. I can't do anything about it, and neither can you. And lastly, Agatha asked me to teach you. How are you supposed to learn if you refuse to listen? My age has nothing to do with whether or not I know something that you don't. You're being taught different things than I am at the moment, and we'll all have to be able to do everything. And lastly, I raised my voice as she tried to interject again. As soon as she finally shut up, I proceeded very calmly. Do not ever, ever call me stupid again. God, you love to see that. Very professionally handled. Not a single insult was flung. It's just nothing but the truth. And this Legbeard cannot handle that. Babybeard started ugly crying, which is often what will happen when you hold a mirror up to a Legbeard. Neckbeards often, go full rage mode, try to break the mirror. Legbeards tend to collapse in on themselves, although, of course, that's not 100% of the time for either one of them. She said that I was being mean, oh, and I cracked. I'm not very good at staying mad, and I eventually started apologizing to her.
Why?
Don't do that. You did so well. All you had to do was hold your ground. Everything that needed saying was said. You just had to stand by it. Come on, OP. And that's why this story continues on for many more parts. But I am glad that it continues on. If it was just one and done, I mean, that's okay, but I'm always looking forward to more of Little Anwood's stuff. The conversation shifted, and eventually I did just apologize for everything and say, yeah, it was totally all my fault. You've cheapened everything that you said. I really don't know how the conversation ended up like that. I was doing so well in the beginning, standing my ground and everything, and then you let yourself be manipulated by tears. These people don't give a damn about you. They would take advantage of you in a second if they were on the other end. So when they start crying, don't you dare feel bad. Push onwards, if anything. Grind them into dust. Overwhelming force is the only thing that they seem to understand. So, that evening, my supervisor called me over. What this meeting was about, you'll have to read in the next part. Ooh, cliffhanger. Thank you very much for listening to my ramblings. I don't expect this to get read since ReddX already read 2 of my stories, but I've had so much cringe inside of me, and it just has to be shared with the world. I love you all so much. Have a great Christmas. Until next time, Woodsy out. Edit, I redid the intro. Also had to change my age because I got my own age wrong. Good job, Woodsy. I definitely don't think having 1 or 2 of your series read on the channel so far, precludes you from ever having another one read on the channel again. Quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. I know what I'm getting into. I'm like, okay, good writer, proven, and I'll probably enjoy the story. So it's easy to just pick up and play, especially when there's so many parts already laid out. Like I said, this is a story that you felt needed telling, so I'm happy to help you tell it. Babybeard definitely does seem like a specimen, very similar, almost parallel with Unfortunookie, which really is helping us to nail down the Legbeard formula, isn't it? They don't all 100% fit into the same mold, but there are a lot of similarities more often than not with the whole manipulation, the one-upping, the trying to feel like they're better when in reality they know to themselves that they're not. That's why they're overcompensating. I think it would be a fun experiment to try and flip the 8 years older than you thing on its head. She says it as a positive, you start reinforcing it as a negative when you say it back to her. Like, oh, you have a boyfriend, but you're 8 years older than me. You're going out for drinks and dinner, but you're 8 years older than me. It would drive her up a wall in no time at all. And I guess this is why I couldn't have that many friendships when I was working actual jobs. Because I'm just a bit of a shit stirrer. I gotta admit it. Not a whole lot has changed. I started just doing it on a YouTube channel, so it's confined to one space, and people seem to find that more socially acceptable. But I still enjoy doing it. I think I also came after Babybeard's boyfriend a little bit in the video. I want to apologize to that guy. He's just caught in the crossfire, you know? It's kind of what happens. I start firebombing everything, and it's just like collateral damage everywhere all the time. That's not necessarily how I mean it to be. I look back a little bit and I go, he's probably not actually that bad of a guy. Lord knows he probably has to tolerate enough crap living with this Legbeard. So I'll take it a little easier on him in the future. But still, really, it's not that hard to fix a bike tire. Come on now. Well, dumb dogs are barking outside, so I guess that means it's time to wrap up the video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. Maybe share the video around if you should like. New series, you could get people in on the ground floor. Ooh, that's the big selling point, isn't it? At least I hope so. We've also got all kinds of links down in the description. Plugs, playlists, podcasts. Hey, my Amazon affiliate link actually did pretty well last month. So if you guys are clicking through to the microphone and then purchasing things on Amazon, I thank you for that. Got an extra $50 dropped in my bank account this month, which in January, February is a really important thing to do since YouTube AdSense is a lot lower than it usually is. And we can pay the bills with it, but yeah, everything else, I don't know. We're gonna have to do without a lot of extras this month. It's all right. I knew this going into the YouTube game. I'm just so ecstatic that I've been able to do it for almost a year, all by myself, self-employed. Ooh, big boy pants. They're on now. And thank you guys for helping me to live that dream. I hope you guys will check out my social medias as well. Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Hey, we've also got my Patreon and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank Jerry much, as I do every episode. So thank you.
Robert Waits, Camille, Sarah, Jarhead, Jerry, Oorah, Logan Wolf, Conrad Ingy. Hey, Mr. ReddX, sir, did you forget to put my ReddX Industries Spicy Flu Fun Bugs redeemable for 30% of value in per... It gets cut off at the end, I don't know what it says. Oh well, Captain Cloud, Jerry, Hong Kong, Aaron W, Twisted Chow, Sarah Wanna West, Cinnamon Susie, Farad, Lang Sign, Fire Drake, Giggle Jerry, Irari, Ginnex, Yearage, Different Taste Nom, at... Maybe I got that. Jari, the Pirate, Silent Revolver, the original Jerry, Jerry's Kitsune, Satori, 211 Jerry, The Return of Jerry, a Jerry of Jubilant Juggly Jerry's, a Justy Draconian Jerry, I got it this time, Aludia Diwadista, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Arthur Henry, also known as Metal Factor in the comments, we got Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Atheist Jerry, he's so euphoric, Aurora Wildheart, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy, Mitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Blue Dubs, Commander J Tank, Dayton doesn't, how dare you, Dennis Dayton, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Dr. Larks, welcome to the fold, Emergent Jewel, Aaron Lennox, Frozen Over Studio, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, have a minty new year, Jerry's, I'm Slim Jerry, yes, I'm the real Jerry, all you other Slim Jerry's are just imitating, Irish Pirate, top of the marn into ya, Itchy Nuts, just scratching bro, a pimp named J. Crisp, yes, you have to say the whole thing, J.M. Coon, Jennifer Shaver, Jerry Smith's Barbatus Services, yeah, I don't know what that means, really, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Nice, Jerry Evil, Jerry the Small Jerry than the other Jerry's, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker, honk honk, Jerry's a race car driver, but a racer in the boot today, 7 Super and a blue head gasket, oh, look at that animated GIF profile picture, I didn't know we could do that, that's awesome, John Hero, John Jerry, Jingleheimer Schmidt, Simbufa, Judge Jerry, I am the beard, KJW, Kajow, Crewhee, Miss Monday, Lord Jerryo, Leader of the Thunder Jerry's, Lady Dex, still a Jerry, just a boring one, Marble Cake Jerry, Jackets Rule, Melgar the Destroyer, Mr. J, not a fan of Trigger Happy Mods,
It happens from time to time. The rules are easy enough to follow. Mr. Carrot 797, Mikola Demikiev, Natari, Needless King, he don't need nothing. Nightmare Jerry, Origami Jerry Steve, Painter Say the Chicken Nugget Saint Jerry, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Ramtide Lacrimates, Rose, Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Sassy Octopus, Silo Imp, Staples, aka Jerry Yeet, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tamago, Teddy the Police, Tenton Monster, the Token Trans Queen Jerry, funny name pending. Yeah, we'll workshop it. The one true Fusky. He loves that voice. Tom, what is the Jerry on the inside that counts? Viking Jerry, Will Max, Comrade Mooney, Kira, You're a Wizard Jerry, Redwing, Deuces Honk, Jerry, Atrick, Naga Viper, Side Jerry the Cyborg, Saints Blessing, a normal Jerry, a Blueberry's a strong contender, but nip something in the bud, Dingleberries don't count because they're not real berries. A fine point. Hunter of Jerry's Devour of all things tasty. It is Tom, Admiral T-Tank, Amara, an unfortunate Nookie survivor. Atomic Jerryzilla, AZ, Babsy Coon, Banished Knight, Barbushka's Radiated Jam, Bartender Kirlia, welcome to the fold, Broken Spine Horseradish, by the power of onion smell, Babybeard, I have the fedora. It's a He-Man reference. Cake Jerry, that's the original different Jerry. California Jerry Girl, hooray! Chevron 7 locked. Corporal Admiral Lieutenant Private General Tigerian Princess Rory Woo Jerry, got it, it's a science. Cryptides, Cuban Jerry, Devon Jerry, Dopamine Dangerous, Electrical Fennec, Ghost of Alpha, Heeknot, HMT Mayor, Holy Berry Jerry, Hydra Jerry Solomon, hey, Scarl Solomon lives on. Jeffrey, Jer Alt of Rivia. Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's Webby Apocalypse, Jerry and the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on. Jerry Oldo Rivera, you check out that mustache. Jerry Bean, yum. Jerry Roxas, yay. Jerry's STI still tracing a transit van that was rumored to contain a shipment of baubles. We gonna get him yet? Jerry role-playing game, Judge Jerry and Executioner, Kid Marvelous, Killing Owl, King Tom, Kitsykin Life of Guardian Little Woods, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia, CD. Maybe next time. Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, not Invisible Angel, I see you. One leg Jerry found a key and some pancakes. Now with Sue and IHOP. Organic Cam, Ghosty, Raptor Art, she's my Jerry Pie, go drink a Mountain Dew on a bad surprise. Sheep Steve, Snary, that Snom Jerry, Spoonie the Rogue, Spooky, Scary Jerry Tons is relevant all year round. My voice is cracking. Oh no, Steampunk Ellie, Techno Dubs, the Gaslighting Jerry. Why do you keep calling me Terry? I'm losing my mind. The Necro Jerry Con, the original Jerry, not to Infinite Jerry and beyond. Definitely. Tuna Fish Jerry managed to escape from Admiral Khan's Tuna Cannery. The next challenge, exfiltrating Neckbeard Row. Tom promised Jerry swears, oh, no bad Jerry, Tom be good boy. Those swears just a fact. Soy size, go look it up by it. I mean, another ReddX video. Thanks so much. And also thank you to my $1 patrons. Beautiful people that they are. End of the month is here. You know, it's not too late to join up on the Patreon if you should like, but I don't know if the payment's gonna work or what's going on there. Regardless, you will get your name read out eventually. I've had to recycle this last one a few times just because my voice is still kind of weird. And also, it's more fun and interesting when I'm not doing it every single day. It's easier for me to laugh at it 10 times a month than it is 30 times a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people get it. Nobody's really questioned it, but I wanted to let you know that's what's going on. So, yeah, if you can support on Patreon, great. If you can't, that's also great. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out, watching the videos, especially if you've watched this far. And I hope that you come on back and do the same thing again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. We're going to work on that theme song, whatever it is. Of course, always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.